Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Pitboard Discussions.
Yeah.
And this is today. It's a two-man show.
Yeah.
It's a Red Bull podcast. We had to get rid of the Ferrari guy. So today it's just who?
Muchiri, the startman.
Yeah, and simply Dan.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Dan. Whatever works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are shooting this 1 week to Bahrain, the pre-season test.
Between the two.
Yes.
Between the two testing.
This year we've been blessed with 3.
Testing.
Yes. No,
as in the other one, ne?
As in we had Barcelona, we have Bahrain, and then we'll have another Bahrain.
We have 2 Bahrains.
Yeah, we do.
In back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
I was not aware. I thought it. So like each week is 3 days still.
Yes. I think we do. Yeah. Unless I synced my calendar wrongly, but.
But the FIA said that people needed more testing because everything is new.
Yeah, Williams of course are a testament. Everything is new. They're still assembling the car.
Yeah.
I don't think so. They just did a shakedown at Silverstone. But anyway, let's dive right into it. Right now, the hot news is about Mercedes, AMG, Formula 1 versus everyone else.
Starter boys have
Starter boys. Wameshtakiwa. They're cheating.
Starter boys have never had luck in cheating. Because whenever they try to cheat, they go to confirm with the FIA.
Yeah.
Is this okay?
Yeah. So leading up to this, we've been hearing a lot of rumors that apparently Mercedes have the strongest power unit.
Uh-huh.
I think since last year.
Yes.
I think even 5 episodes before this year.
We have been talking about it.
Yeah, and I've been saying those are rumors. What on a Jew? So apparently, we are now getting details about how they've engineered or how they've developed their engine to give them like a significant advantage. And what is being brought to the light is the compression ratio.
So we know it is concerning the compression ratio,
but
in terms of how they are doing it, I don't think we know. We can only speculate at the moment.
Well, you can try think about how are they doing it. The compression ratio is when the piston, I think it's going up.
No, so the compression ratio is a ratio between when the whole of the cylinder, when the piston is at the bottom side.
At the bottom, are you sure?
So it's a ratio. Mm-hmm. So now they want 16:1. So I'm assuming 16 is when it's at the piston it's at the bottom, and when the piston is at the topmost, that car space remaining is 1. If you were to have a ratio,
okay.
So it's allowed 16:1. Before it was 18:1.
Yeah, it was 18:1.
Yeah.
Now I honestly don't care about how they've implemented this. What I care about is the spirit of the regulations. Yeah.
We usually talk about when it is not favoring you.
Wait, has there been a point in time where Red Bull did something and I was like, no, we should not, FIA should, that's innovation? No.
Even in this one, they can argue it's innovation.
But is it going against the spirit?
Now, when you say going against the spirit, that's when the lines become murky.
But in this case, they're not.
Because for them, they said that they were confirming with the FIA, like, we are planning on doing this. Is this okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's okay.
Who said that?
See, the FIA.
Who?
Okay. Toto said...
Is there someone who's given like an official statement?
Okay, listen, this is what Toto said. Yeah. Whatever we have been developing, everything that we have been doing, we have been corresponding with the FIA just to confirm the legality.
Did Toto mention anything about compression ratio there?
No. The only thing that was mentioned is how they're going to implement that you're following that rule. The testing of the compression ratio.
Okay.
And it was to be done at room temperature. And they said, at room temperature, then we are good.
Okay.
Now, as time is going by, now apparently what I hear is that some engineers who were from Mercedes who went to Red Bull are the ones who brought it up.
Oh, yeah, because I remember there was a time we also hearing rumors that also Red Bull powertrains were also exploiting or they innovated.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not going to say exploited.
Yeah.
We're going to say
innovated.
Yes, they innovated. But here's the thing. I think people are arguing about the enforcement of the rule.
Yeah, that is
and
what...
not the rule.
I don't think the rule is going to be changed at the moment. It's just how they are going to make sure, or how they're going to test, or how to enforce this rule.
Okay. Allow me to read.
Okay.
Because I did my kidogo research. Yeah?
Sawa.
You're the start guy, but I'm the regulations guy.
Sawa.
FIA, I'm the captain now. So, Section C, technical regulations. Yeah. This is 5.4.3.
Okay.
So the regulation says no cylinder of the engine may have a geometric compression ratio higher than 16.0. Full stop.
16.1. 16 is to 1. Okay, 16.0 is to 1.
I don't know where that one is coming from. I'm reading from the technical regulations. Yeah. Full stop. I'm not going to read everything else.
But there was something about at all times.
Wait, that's the rule. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the next bit is the procedure to measure this value will be detailed by each power unit manufacturer according to the guidance document, blah, 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 and executed at ambient temperature. This procedure must be approved by the FIA technical department and included in the PU manufacturer homologation document. Now, the rule is the compression ratio must not be higher than 16.0.
Yeah.
Whatever ambient temperature, if it's, 1,000 degrees Celsius, no one cares. What does the rule say? It's not supposed to be higher than.
Okay, just to add, I don't know if it's part of the rule because the part it said that ratio should never be higher than 16:1. Like what you're saying, 16. Maybe they're not mentioning the 1 because like 16 divided by 1, you don't mention it. At all times during the
there's
competition.
There's no place, well, from what I'm seeing, there's no place where it's saying at all times.
Yeah, okay, I don't remember where I saw it, but that ratio should remain less than 16 at all times.
Yeah.
So that's where the other teams are coming in.
Yes, and that's the rule.
Yeah. So the rule, when you're saying about, now there are two things here. There's the rule and how you enforce the rule.
Yes.
And you remember, I usually say it's not cheating until you're caught.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how that the world knows about this thing. Because ideally, if the way us Red Bull do things, no one should have known about it. It's when it comes to testing, is how you test it. It is 16.
Wait, see, we're talking about Mercedes. We were talking about Red Bull.
Yeah.
Anyway, proceed.
But where I'm against Mercedes is because the rules. From what I saw, I'm not sure where it is. It should be there at all times. So, if there's a way to prove that the compression ratios rises from 16 maybe to 18, that's a breach of the rule.
It is. And that's black and white. There's no gray area.
And they should be disqualified.
Yes, there's no gray area.
And you don't know how many cars those are?
So we have Mercedes supplying the Mercedes.
The Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine,
Williams.
So
those are 4 teams.
Those are 4 teams.
About 8 cars.
4 teams are out of. Those are 4 teams out of
11.
No, angalia in terms of manufacturer engines.
Oh, engine manufacturers.
Yeah.
So we have Mercedes.
So there's Mercedes.
We have Honda. We have Ferrari, and we have Red Bull powertrains, and we have Audi. So we have 5.
We have 5.
Yes.
So out of 5,
we only have 1 seat.
One engine. Is the one under, yeah.
Well, at the moment, who knows? Maybe someone else has exceeded.
Yeah. So have you heard about the theory how they have managed to do it?
I've just been watching some funny videos on YouTube.
Maybe
at the end of the day, they are not doing something out of physics. So the people who are saying that maybe their cylinders they have a coating which, when the engine is hot, that engine block is hot, it expands kidogo, increasing that ratio.
So what I heard, there are 2 theories at the moment. Not the crankshaft, the one that holds the cylinder. The material that it's having expands more than the rest of the engine. So it means when it is hot, it will go higher, meaning that the ratio will reduce. Yeah.
So the ratio goes high, but the volume is smaller.
Yeah, the volume is smaller, but the compression goes higher. So that is one. The other one is
guilty.
The other one is that on the top side, at the top of the cylinder, when you measure it, it is 16:1 when it is ambient temperature. But when it is hot, there's a part of it that closes. Basically, the volume of the cylinder reduces a bit when it is hot. Yeah. So meaning, since the cylinder will go the same height it usually goes, but the space that remains there becomes smaller, meaning the ratio goes higher.
Yeah, I think the piston arm. I think I'm more inclined to believe that because again, pistons and their cylinders, how those things are measured, the tolerance is so small.
Yeah.
If that volume, if anything expands, first of all, the lubrication will be messed up.
Yeah, but
I don't know the terminology.
You have to know that when they design it to work perfectly when it is hot. So the fitting that you want.
Say less, guilty.
Yeah, so that's why they put hot oil. So that
they want the oil faster.
Yeah,
I don't care. Guilty.
And when it came out, they said even Red Bull is in on it. Now people are saying no, Red Bull were not able to implement it, so they're saying guilty.
Guilty. I'm on that train. If Red Bull, by the way, were also doing this, I'd have a different opinion.
But Red Bull will do things differently. The world would not have known about it. We would have, it's like the way Ferrari with the fuel gate thing.
The 2019 thing.
Yeah.
It's actually the same thing.
We did not know about it.
Yeah.
By the time people are knowing about it, a couple of races had already been done.
Yeah.
I don't know how Mercedes, when it decided to cheat, it's confirming in the FIA.
It's called innovation. Guilty. Guilty. So as a pitboard will be keeping an eye.
Before they say that changing from 16 maybe to whatever they have done gives them an extra like 20 to 30 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah. So like 210s, 310s in some circuits. Yeah. But
isn't the maximum horsepower usually capped?
Now since it's capped, but there's a battery.
Yeah, there's a battery. Yeah. So there's I'm going to borrow this from the hypercars in work and even the GT3s. They usually have a torque sensor, and that torque sensor doesn't care how you're producing your power.
Yeah,
the torque sensor will just measure how much power is being transferred to the axle.
Yes.
So whether it's the battery, including the internal combustion engine now in Formula One, how it's making the power, them they don't care, as long as you just don't exceed the 1,000 horsepower. But if it's giving them that advantage, maybe I don't know.
It could apply because you see the battery, the power that is supposed to come from the battery is usually depleting, and you can charge it. So it's variable.
Guilty.
If you're just sensing the torque, you could get away with a few extra horsepower from the engine. Yeah.
So that's on Mercedes. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on the compression ratio thing.
Yeah, because the thing we are looking for is the thing we are looking for is if FIA is going to change how they test it. But I don't think they're going to say it's illegal. It's like
it is.
It's like DAS when Mercedes introduced DAS.
No. This is illegal. Not higher than 16.
Listen, you cannot take away. You cannot disqualify. How many cars? Those are
8 cars.
8 cars
out of 22.
It is not good for the sport.
Hey.
The only way they can come up with a way.
No. Proceed.
They can come up with a way of agreeing. You remember like the flexi-wing.
Yes.
You're saying now we yes, it's okay. We agree they are breaking the rules, and we are not going to change how we test. But every other team is allowed to break that rule, but only up to a certain time, because it's not
fair.
It's not good for the sport there are 22 cars and then 8 are missing in Melbourne.
It's also not fair. We have 8 cars with illegal engines that have been allowed to race until a particular point in time where they can rectify that. Add them more weight. Give them more ballast.
They're going to find... there was a time, I don't remember, it was when they were switching from V10 to V8. Mm-hmm. And I think Toro Rosso, they did not have an engine ready. Mm-hmm. So they were allowed to use the previous... They were allowed to use the previous year, really? the V10. Ah. But there were some caveats put to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they did it, but... in terms of like what you're saying, you can have like introduce a sensor whereby, yes, there's this amount of power you can't pass. Mm-hmm. But that is going to remain like that until a certain date when now everybody will have to nini. But for the sport, how the sport looks like, you cannot say, we cannot have these cars racing. It will look bad for the sport.
But it's also not fair to say that, okay, we can allow this. And then that means the other 4 power unit manufacturers have to put in money into R&D and time to try and also develop their own version of this illegal.
That is what has been happening in the sport. Like when there was...
Hey, wait. The rule says not higher than.
I know
I
what
have to ground you.
That is what the rule says, but if you watch...
Not higher than.
Yes, that I know what the rule says, but I'm speaking from such similar scenarios that have happened in the past. In 2009, when there was that double diffuser, the Toyota and Braun had the advantage. What happened? They were allowed, but until this time, you cannot allowed to do it. But the rest of the team, if you feel like you want to join the party, you can join the party.
But wait, for the double diffuser.
And those were 2 teams only.
Wait, for the double diffuser. Was it a regulation that was broken?
No, it was like dust. It's like dust.
Yes.
Dust is not a regulation that was broken, yeah.
Yes. But this is a regulation that has been broken.
Let's go back to the flexi-wing. The flexi-wing, that was a regulation that was broken.
Yes.
And when it was noticed, it wasn't banned immediately. They were saying, you can continue using the flexi-wing. We are not going to change how we measure how the wing is flexing. But we are going to try to come up with new ways of measuring.
So...
But you were allowed to continue doing it until this time.
But do remember, I agree with you. Yeah. And I'm not saying that what happened with the flexi-wing and McLaren and FIA, that we're saying that was right. No, we were saying FIA should deduct those points.
Yeah, I remember I was also on that camp. Yeah.
Because if we go back to flexi-wings, remember 2021? Mercedes was saying, hey, that Red Bull wing, something, and then Red Bull had to change or had to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
So we cannot have a repetition of the same thing where someone breaks the rules, then they are given a time where they have a significant advantage until a point in time where now they can test things properly.
I don't agree with it.
Mercedes intentionally developed an engine that goes against the rules.
Okay, do you remember what happened with the fuel gate with Ferrari?
The bit where they thought they can wiggle through is the testing bit. Because just like you said, if the rules say at ambient temperature, then it complies. But when the engine is hot and they have a higher compression ratio, they have broken the rule.
I agree, and I know they need to be crucified, but I'm
crucified. You're being graphic.
Okay, what I'm speaking is like what is more likely to happen because of what has happened before. Even with Ferrari fuel thing, they were discovered and they were told, "Hey, stop doing that." And the FIA introduced another sensor just to make sure that whatever they were doing is nini. But the points that they gained, nothing happened.
Well, in this case, the season hasn't started yet. Add those people 30 kgs.
Yeah, the FIA can do that. They can say, you can continue doing it. So they can, like the way they introduce that sensor to see what you nini, they can say, for now, since we cannot tell you to change the engine, we can introduce a caveat or something to reduce your performance.
Yeah, ballast.
Yeah, to make sure that everybody is happy. And do you remember what the other thing that can likely happen is how testing is going to happen, because the FIA and FOM have to agree for it to be changed. And FOM teams are there.
Oh yeah.
And the teams that are there, we know the Mercedes people are outnumbered.
Yes. Properly.
Yeah.
That puts us
so how they're going to change it, it might, unless the teams come up with can can we test it like this? Because they have to come up with a safe way you can test it. Because testing a hot engine, I don't know how you're going to be measuring the length of the piston.
And here's the thing: the teams are not going to. I don't think the teams are going to argue or go with your latter argument, which is let's see how we can test it. The teams are going to argue this thing it's illegal right from the rule, as in the rule says it's not higher than. We don't care the testing bit.
But you do know
that is enforcement.
But you have to remember that this, in terms of the argument here is about the compression ratio.
Yes.
Mercedes have been alleged that the compression ratio is higher. And
why are you saying alleged? Are you taking
because no one has gone and measured it. How do you measure it when it is hot? Because at the moment, the reason why I'm sure FIA is saying at ambient temperature is because in terms of how to test it, you can only test it at that time. It's like the flexi-wing. How do you test how much the wing is flexing? It's unless
dots.
Like put dots and camera
and Twitter. People on Twitter will do a better job than those bloody cameras.
So as much as we know, the only thing the teams can do is come up with how do we test it. If they can say, they can convince the FIA, we can test it like this in a safe manner and nobody will be endangered. And they can agree, yes, we can test it like that. And then now that's Nini. Because that's what I think maybe a team like Red Bull should be doing. How do we test it? Because if you can come up with a new method of testing, then when you test, you see the compression ratio is higher. That is an automatic qualification. I mean disqualification. Hapo hakuna kuongea. But for the flexi-wing is that they were unable to test it. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Guilty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a fabulous time. Shitting on them. Anyway. So as much as yes, they're having some trouble with the other teams, we still have to say how their testing went. I think Mercedes had the best.
Fabulous for them.
Testing at Barcelona.
Yeah.
It was trouble-free compared to everyone else. They did a collective, how many? I think it was just something shy. So something 500 and something. So
for Mercedes, the team itself, it was a total of 500 laps. But from the engine, it's 1,100.
And that's excluding Williams.
Excluding Williams. Okay. Yeah. But if you were to do an average per team, if you were to, even excluding Williams, that's 378 laps per team. If they were all those laps combined shared to the teams, that it's 378. But it's not really far because we have Ferrari next with 330. If they were to share, Cadillac is also there. Yeah. So it is impressive considering that it was trouble free, and also the body language of the drivers, what they were talking about. Yeah. You could tell that George is confident with the car and how it's performing. So they are clearly the favorite. Yeah.
And Ronelli also had some positive things to say. Wait. Clearly the favorite. Put a pin on that.
From the testing, if you were just looking
from the testing, favorite what? Anyway, Antonelli also had the same sentiments. He was very happy, and you could see he was excited about this new era. But we had one driver, Ocon, who said something completely opposite of what George said. So Ocon said, I was having a problem following another car. Yeah. And George was like, as we have no problem.
Because in his mind, he knows they're ahead in P1 quali. So when you're talking about problem following, me, I won't be following anybody.
Not my problem. Ellison, I think it's called James Ellison, yeah?
Allison. Is it Allison or Ellison?
I don't know. Yeah. Give me.
That guy who was in Ferrari and then...
He used to design, and then he was designing boats, and then he was told, wait, we'll come back. Yeah. We are porpoising too much. He said that he was impressed by the overall reliability, not just for Mercedes, but across the grid. Yeah. Yeah. And you're telling me something about when the 2014 regulations came. Yeah, how...
Yeah, people then see people are clocking like 2 race simulation, like 2 per day. Then that time they were doing like 20 laps and maybe 15 laps, spending most of the time in the garage. cars stopping on track.
Yeah.
Okay, we did have cars stopping on track, but you can't compare them to Nini. And considering like new teams like Audi, clocking a lot of. Let me see. Audi, they did a total of 243. And
new
20, but on day one they did 27, so that's the same as the 2014 guys.
Yeah.
even Mercedes, when they were leading,
they did 27.
They were doing those 20s, maybe 50 at most.
Yeah.
But after that, on the final day, they were able to do 148. So we can say for this one, as maybe since the rules were supposed to reduce the complication and avoid and allow more teams to join, so it seems for them it is working that. Even on first trial, they're able to do many laps, unlike what happened in 2014.
Yeah. I wasn't watching Formula 1 back then in 2018. But the closest thing that I can draw to what happened that time is MotoGP. I know this is a Formula 1 pod. You don't talk about other motorsports, but allow me to plug in MotoGP there. Okay. So Yamaha pulled up with a brand new engine.
You're talking about this testing that?
Yes.
Oh, I heard about Yamaha.
Oh my God. I think it's time I change teams or something. We are going through it.
Is the engine danger to the rider?
So we had Fabio crashing, and then Yamaha at some point said they won't proceed with the testing.
Okay.
So here they didn't give the specific details, but of course it has to do something with this new engine.
So,
is it? I don't know.
Is it dangerous?
Is it something that they saw with the engine where they're like, "I'm sorry, we can't proceed with testing. We have an issue that we need to fix first of all."
Yeah.
So, if that was happening in 2014, then that must have been disastrous for teams. Because imagine with a new PU, you are doing like 2 laps.
Yeah.
You are stopping on the track.
Telling to come back.
Yeah. And comparing that to what just happened, where people are doing like hundreds of laps in a day,
yeah,
you're not seeing like any reliability issue or minor issues.
Yeah.
I think it's a testament to how far the engineering prowess, if I can put it that way.
So they said they make things simpler. They removed the MGH. So
yeah, but there's still a lot that can go wrong if you think about it. Remember, everything is brand new here.
Yeah, there's a lot can go. But in terms of what you're saying, in terms of the methodology of approaching such scenarios, it has enabled them to do that. Maybe if Williams had decided, because Williams said, if we wanted to come to testing, we could have come.
Cap.
Maybe it's them who would have been doing 10 laps per day.
Cap. That's cap.
So do you think there's a bigger issue in Williams?
Of course, we know James Vowles will never give us the tea. Sorry, or the details as to why the delay happened.
Yeah.
But I remember I think it was either on Thursday or Friday, we were seeing on social media, Carlos inside. I don't know. That was not a fully assembled car by the end of testing at Barcelona. So there's no way that James can come and say that if they wanted to turn up at Barcelona, they would have turned up. I don't think so.
He did say that.
Because end of week, that testing Friday, on socials, we were seeing Carlos sitting inside something that didn't look like a Williams car.
Yeah. But Aston Martin did show up even though they were late.
It was super last minute.
Yeah. So even me, I don't agree with them because they said, we are going to do this something simulation. They're going to simulate.
In the virtual racing.
Virtual racing. But one thing I know for sure, you can never compare the data they got there with the data that you can get on track. Yeah. So I don't know what that is. And you remember Williams, even from last year, remember when they started saying we're concentrating on the 2026 car, it was like we're ahead of everybody else. So how come? But there's a guy who said Williams, what they were doing, they the case of you don't want to get things wrong. So your work is just looking away, what are others doing?
Okay.
So that when you finally decide what to do, you're doing it almost at the last minute. You don't want to start doing or like commit on something, and then you hear that everybody else is doing something different than you, and then you are on the back foot.
But it's
like what Audi is in right now.
that would make sense if introducing, first of all, copying a concept. Let me just say copying a concept,
Okay.
Designing that bit, doing the CFD tests, then doing the test on your model car, then introducing that bit into your car. I don't if that cycle was shorter than, let's say, 4 months, then we'd say, okay, Williams are on to something, where they were waiting and just looking at everyone else. But yeah, we're talking about people who brought the cars to testing, and I'm pretty sure the specification for that car, I think those are parts that were concluded probably months ago or something, or that design was done months ago.
There were rumors that they failed the crash test. So maybe they need to
I don't know, like 3 times or something.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying the gym.
He's carrying over the Staré boys lingo.
And there's someone who said, I don't know, I read this, I don't know if you also had this thing, that James Val is someone who you can ask a question. He'll say too many things, but he will never answer the question.
When I was trying to look to understand why they were in it, I tried to pick from what they were saying.
You'll get it.
Ask are you overweight? Saying, you can't know because some parts are not yet ready. It has to come together. I don't even think other cars know, even other teams know the weight of their cars.
Yeah,
it's true. He does say that.
Yeah. And that's a perfect segue into Red Bull and new things.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Red Bull is the next team that we're going to talk about. Of course, we are both Red Bull fans.
Yeah.
There's nothing much to write home, but I think the one thing that we can be in agreement with is how this new PU exceeded our expectations as fans.
What do you mean exceeded?
We had like no reliability issues. The angle where I'm coming from is this is the first time that Red Bull powertrains have done an engine from scratch.
Is that from scratch?
Yes.
They don't have some IP from Honda.
So the deal or the partnership with Honda was Honda was going to handhold them with their previous Honda engine. Because remember that even the engine for the 2025 championship, which was the end of the ground defect era.
So they're going to help them develop.
Was still branded as a Honda engine.
Okay.
But this is a from scratch Red Bull powertrains engine.
So it's branded as a Honda, but what Honda did is like
technical support.
Technical support.
Yes, that was for 25 and as in the entire ground defect era. Because remember Honda left, was it 2022? Was it 21?
I know for the 4 championship, I think it's two championship.
Yeah.
Or 1.
Yeah.
But not the last 2.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So yes, Red Bull, they've had that experience, but not building power units from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah. They've had that experience also building capacity at the Red Bull campus. I know we still don't have our wind tunnel. By the way, I don't know why they fired my boy Christian. But anyway, for me that was really impressive. And yes, I do agree that they removed the MGUH. The regulations also allow people to build an engine that can be less stressed. So it is not a surprise when you see more reliable engines, because even the Audi power unit didn't have like crazy problems going on. So yeah, I'm still impressed. Audi they have that experience in other motorsports.
In terms the engine,
yes,
making an
building
engine,
power units. Yes, but you're talking about a Red Bull powertrains, an energy drink, as people usually say.
Okay. In terms of being impressed,
we have to mention Ford also. Yeah.
In terms of being impressed, of course, I agree with you, and it is one of the reasons why I've always supported Red Bull, is because they don't have a background of making engines, making cars, and they're coming and dominating. Yeah. Like I've always supported them for that reason, and them being able to pull off and making an engine is kudos to them. In terms of the engine, I mean the battery, and where the Ford electronics come in, I don't think we had any issues during the testing.
No.
I know Hajar went off.
Yeah, those are the only scares. Hajar going off, crashing, but they Hajar. He spoiled my
He crashed in his first race last year as a rookie.
He spoiled my week.
He cried. I don't know what happened. I don't.
Tough love. Hey, we need Dr. Helmut Marko back, man. Daktari, we need you back. Talk some sense,
I don't know.
boy.
I don't know what happened, but I think he has gained the experience. But in terms of the Ford, I don't think there will be any issues. And I will stick to my theory. I think there would be some very physics bending technology there.
Really?
I have my theory there.
Well, they're also part of this compression ratio team.
Yeah, so you see, there are two theories of how it was achieved. Maybe Red Bull has one.
Yeah.
When it comes to Red Bull, wherever they'll find themselves in come Melbourne, I'm assured they're going to make strides. Yeah. We'll be there in the championship fight, no matter how we start.
Hey. And that's not being Delulu. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. We proved it last year.
Yeah. I'm also feeling very, very bullish, if I can put it that way. About Red Bull this year. End of last year, remember they said they're going to push the 2025 development until the last minute.
Yeah.
Which means they are putting less resources in the 2026 development. Yeah. But after the testing, we could see even after Max did his laps, after Hajar did his laps, and even after testing was over, the sentiment or the energy around the team was like, we are proud of what we have achieved. We don't have like any major issue. I think now it's just about just putting our heads down and seeing how we can come out swinging at race one. And I find that very commendable.
Yeah.
Compared to what our friend Binotto at Audi, what he said. Like he's never seen such a long list of things that need to be fixed.
It's like, have you ever gone to produce, you see a check engine, and then you go to produce what could be wrong, and then the list.
Hey, about your pistons.
He did say also the drivers are on the list.
Yeah, on the drivers.
Some of the things that needs to be improved. Those drivers have been, they haven't been on the grid for a very long time.
Wait, he's throwing his drivers under the bus already.
No, he's just saying in terms of the improvements and the things they need to do.
Yeah, I get it. Like,
even the drivers, they need to pull up their socks.
And these are the guys who said in the last podcast they are done with the 2026 development. They're looking at 27. They're looking at next year.
Yeah.
And they already have a list of issues that they need to fix.
Yeah. But we're going to see how they're going to nini. But remember also they closed the development. Yeah. Them they're trying to get their feet wet.
Yeah.
And seeing how everybody else is doing. Now them they'd be thinking of fighting for wins or championship.
Yeah.
After next year. Because now they just want a working car. And then but coming back
that makes sense.
But coming back to Red Bull, even last year when they said they were not concentrating on the 26 car. They did say that the things that they were the things that they were learning as they had this surge is going to help them in 2026.
Oh yeah. I remember that comment because there was a time where they were testing a front wing, and I remember they said that's supposed to give them direction come 2026.
Yeah.
So, hey, feeling good about Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm also feeling good. I know we'll be in the championship fight.
That's the spirit.
That's what I know.
That is the spirit.
And George akisema don't care what George says.
Yeah. Speaking of teams that are moving around with renewed spirit.
Yeah.
I think we can dive into
Ferrari.
Yeah. The two drivers are looking like brand new, like, yo, this is our year, man. As if we've never had that before. Yeah.
But Charles was very nini with his words. He didn't look like that positive.
Really?
But as he usually said that if Charles is there confident, they know they're having a bad year. But if he's downplaying it, they might have a good year.
Yeah, and as usually says, I know we're talking about this in absentia, that when Ferrari are quiet, they're cooking something. The only thing they're cooking is a bad livery. Looks like Colgate, man. But anyway.
By the way, in terms of leverage, Ferrari are the ones who I expect to come up with the best, but this year, kidogo too. I don't know what happened there.
Colgate, toothpaste. Yeah. Anyway, so Ferrari have made some changes to their car. One, they finally moved to a push rod front and rear suspension. And this, we are seeing them move from a pull rod front suspension from SF25.
And the previous,
they were doing push rod. So I don't get it. I don't get it.
Today you're coming with these clothes, then the next year you change the clothes, then you're going back to the previous clothes that you're wearing, and you're saying,
Yeah. But I honestly feel Ferrari are a team to keep an eye on. I think if you look at how they pulled up with the 2022 Challenger, Charles, I can say for like 2/3 of the season, Charles was taking the fight to, I think it was Max and Charles who were trading blows that time.
Yeah.
So I think Ferrari might, I know it's still too early.
Yeah.
But I think Ferrari might turn up with a car that can either challenge for wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know they'll be hoping that Mercedes get crippled by FIA so that they can have like a shot at it. Because think about it. If Mercedes get crippled, Ferrari with their experience building cars and also if you look at the driver pairing, they're the strongest.
Yeah.
Take the lead of both championships. That if Mercedes get crippled.
And also building the
advantage that they
the
have.
car and the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so Ferrari, I think it's a team to keep an eye on. I have nothing much to talk about them apart from their bad livery.
You know. I have a rule like testing times only matter if your team is leading.
And in our notes here, Ace had written Lewis Hamilton said the fastest time on Friday.
Yeah. But let's see how it ages. Because I know, the thing with Ferrari, especially before the season starts, they like to give their fans hope. They like to do something so that their fans can have good spirits when it comes.
They did a lot of that last year.
They usually do that. Yeah.
2-1 they're topping. And then
so they want to keep the Tifosi spirits high. So they have been known to do that. So if you're a Tifosi watching, just know some of the things Ferrari do is just to keep your spirits up. Maybe they rely on those spirits to push them when it comes to performance on track.
That's an abusive relationship.
Yeah, actually, it is.
Because I remember the last watch along that we had last year, the final race. I kept on. So I sat next to some Ferrari folks.
Yeah.
And I kept on asking them, why are you not cheering Charles? He's doing overtakes on track.
Yeah.
Why are you not cheering Hamilton doing overtakes on track? Bro, they were defeated. Now I'm seeing the same thing happening. You see how you're saying Ferrari lifts them up?
Yeah.
And only then come the end of the year. Oh my God.
I said last year, Ferrari and Williams, they'll be changing quali positions.
Are you making a bold prediction this year?
Okay, now I'm trying to ride on like what Williams have been telling us, although it's a bit of a disappointment they were not being able to make it to testing. That they finished the best of the rest at P5, and Ferrari were P4.
I think so. Yeah.
You see, they were not far apart, but in terms of the cups, the points were apart.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that James Voiles and Sainz will be able to do something so that now Sainz and Charles, in terms of who qualifies most, who will qualify out each other, they will be at par. That's my theory.
Okay.
So Ferrari should not be that too. The Tifosi should not be that too happy with the times.
Yeah, but hey, maybe they're just going through a rough patch like Mercedes in the ground effect era, and now with a clean slate, maybe who knows? They might turn up with a proper car. And I think now someone can say that this is a car that Hamilton has helped develop from scratch. Now at least I can say yes. But the previous car, don't you dare say.
Now there's no excuse.
There's no excuse now.
Now there's no excuse.
Now there's no excuse. Yeah.
If Hamilton doesn't perform, even the die-hard team LH,
Team LH,
they should be the first people to criticize Hamilton because if you try to criticize Hamilton,
they'll bury you.
Yeah. But I'm waiting to hear the excuses now.
Do you think this is going to be a make or break season
for Hamilton?
Ferrari and their two drivers, Charles and Hamilton?
Yeah, I think so. Because even I don't think Charles is going. If they don't perform, I don't think Charles is going to stay there. I don't think so.
Speaking of, also the last point or the last bit which I had on Ferrari is they've made some internal changes. Remember last time they were using my boy Adami's
Adami, yeah.
God damn it! Again, the Ferrari fans are going to run out of ropes to clutch on.
Yeah,
when their boys are not performing.
Every excuse that they have been mentioned.
Yes.
Now let's hear what the new excuse will be.
So now Adami, I think he's being shuffled into another role. People are saying there was a lot of tension between him and Lewis last year.
Do you think he was crucified by the Tifosi or by Ferrari? I know I'm using the word crucify, but just understand it's not like
I think it was used as a scapegoat. Ferrari don't have to say the reason
like
why.
Who would you say it's a Ferrari doing it out of pressure or it is Hamilton who said,
I can't talk with this guy.
Yeah. Do you think it's Hamilton or it's the Tifosi?
Okay. If we look at it objectively, there were some points where last year there were a lot of gaps.
And the team radio communication?
Yes, race engineer disseminating information to the driver.
Yeah.
A lot of gaps and delays in that.
And it's also happening during science time.
So it's a Ferrari thing.
I don't think even with Charles, like being told it must be water. There's my seat.
Yeah. So looking at it objectively, the change was brought up from Hamilton's side.
Okay.
Like, hey, last year maybe there was 1, 2, 3 incidences where I think if I had information A or B or C or someone who I could quickly ask questions or bounce ideas from during the race or on track, maybe I would have gotten myself in a better position.
Okay.
So maybe Hamilton feels like if I'm given someone better, then I think I can perform better. Because remember, Ferrari are paying a lot to get something from Hamilton.
Yeah.
So they'll be willing to make changes to make sure that Hamilton is able to deliver. And Ferrari back to the glorious days. So I can say Hamilton maybe suggested that change, and Ferrari, of course, executed it.
So not what the Tifosi guy people are saying, because there was a lot. They're not listening to them.
No, I'm not going to listen to what the Tifosi.
But in terms of communication, drivers and the team engineers in Ferrari. Has always been that. Like when you look at those funny team radio, they're always mostly with Ferrari. Like we are checking things and all.
Yeah, we are checking.
Yeah, it has never been.
Box. No, don't box. No.
Yeah, it has never been smooth. So I don't know. Like Hamilton had an issue because when for a race engineer or for anybody, you might have issues with communication, but I don't think in terms of the engineering part, it's an issue. Is in terms of communicating. So maybe when you look at Max and is Nini, the communication, they don't say much. They don't say much. They say very few words, but they understand each other. But when you are with somebody new, especially it's English is not Adami's first language. I don't think Adami is lacking on the technical side, but in terms of communicating, there might be an issue. So maybe the information is not coming as quickly or it's not expressed the same way Hamilton is used to. Remember Hamilton with Bono? Bono being British, it's the first language, so it's easy. Like it's the mother tongue, so it is easier to talk. So I'm assuming for when it comes to Ferrari, they get him an English guy at least who is able to communicate.
Have they confirmed a replacement or
they said there was there's a guy who is acting at the moment, but not confirmed. I forgot his name. And I don't even know whether he's Italian or British. I'm not sure.
Okay. The Ferrari fans are still running out of rope.
Yeah.
So I'm happy Ferrari is making these changes so that we can finally see where they are. Now, speaking of new people on the grid, of course, we have to talk about a team that has a new team principal who's coming. Actually, if you think about TP, you think it's team principal, yeah?
Yeah.
But we have one who's a two-time TP. Can I? No, two-time. He's doing two things as a TP. One as a technical partner and as a team principal.
He is an entity on his own.
Yes. He's a headline by himself. Yeah. We're talking about Mr. Adrian Newey.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect segue now to talk about Aston Martin.
Yeah, so now Adrian Newey, now we are seeing his car.
Finally, man.
On the grid. It came out black with
Batmobile.
People not understanding.
With the blue light.
But he said that that car, the way, in terms of design, it's a very open-ended design. In terms of the way it is, in terms of, like, they haven't, like, chosen a direction to go. It is open-ended in a way that if they look at Mercedes and see, hey, these guys are quick, they can now follow that path. But the design is open-ended. And in terms of development, he expects them to develop the most come the end of the year. So he's saying that we might not seeing it being fast in Melbourne, but be assured, by the time in Abu Dhabi, it will be a fast car. So that's what he said. I don't know what to believe.
Hey, it's Adrian Newey, man.
But I know for Adrian Newey, if you give him enough time, I don't know how much time that is, he's going to build a championship winning car. That's what I know for sure.
Could that be the reason why Alonso is like, hey, I'm sticking?
You know, Alonso carries bad luck by himself.
No, wait. I'm not going to allow that.
Like, look. After he won the 2 championships back in 2005, how many years was that ago?
But has he ever had like a championship winning car?
After he left, he went to McLaren, and McLaren, he was runners up. For that 1 year, but they were disqualified, the championship nini. Then there was tussle with Hamilton. Then he left.
Yeah.
He went to Ferrari. Yeah. No, he didn't. I didn't think he went to Ferrari straight, but at some point he was at Ferrari. And he come Abu Dhabi. He was leading in the championship point until Vettel. So that's why I'm saying he's carrying a bit of bad luck when it comes to switching teams. Trying to build a team that can win. But now we have Adrian Newey. I don't know if Adrian Newey is able to change this narrative.
I think Alonso will have like a better stint at Aston
than
of course than previously, and also at Alpine. Not just because of Adrian Newey, but also Aston Martin, they've put in significant investment into making sure that, like, they have up-to-date facilities at Silverstone. So, and they have Adrian Newey coming in as a technical partner. Also, Aston Martin from, I think, 24, they were hiring some people or poaching some people from other teams.
Yeah.
So I think they are building capacity, or they built capacity for Adrian. When Adrian comes in, and now Adrian wants to steer the boat as a technical partner to get them back to their championship winning ways. To get the team to a championship winning position.
Yeah.
Which you quoted what he said. He said, "Hey, we are not going to come out swinging from day one, but by Abu Dhabi, I think we'll be somewhere there." And I think Alonso is eagerly waiting
to see
if he can get a shot on a third championship.
As I said, like, given enough time, I know Adrian Newey will build a championship winning car. The question is, like, how much time Alonso is willing to nini.
Alonso has time. Come on, he's looking younger every day.
He's rookie.
Every year he's the rookie. He's a rookie. Rookie of the year. Yeah.
At some point, you know, Zach Brown has been telling Alonso to come and try to take is it called the Triple Crown?
Yeah.
Because Alonso has tried Indy with McLaren when he had ties with McLaren. Yeah. But then McLaren, the Indy car was not doing that good. But now they're dominating. Like, if he goes there's a high chance he's going to win.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much time Alonso has, and I don't know how, because that Triple Crown, I think, is it like one person who has it? Yeah. It's hard. Winning.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Winning Le Mans.
Yeah. Daytona,
Monaco?
Yeah.
And first of all, winning Monaco is even the hardest because like you have to be a full time.
Yeah.
And like the other nini, you can do other discipline, but when it comes to Indy or it comes to Le Mans, you can say, "Hey, excuse me, can I have your seat?"
So going back to Aston Martin and Alonso and bad luck, I think there's one thing that might be worrying Aston Martin and mostly Alonso. Maybe this is something that's coming back to bite him. He's behind. Remember, there's a certain entity which he called one of their power units a GP2 engine.
Oh, they meet again.
Yeah, they meet again. So, and for me, this is a question mark. Yes, Honda have been in the picture in Formula 1 for quite some time. But since in the ground effect era, they haven't been like both hands dirty.
Okay.
They've been like giving Red Bull powertrains technical support. But now they're coming back in 2026 as a full-time power unit supplier. So for me that's a question mark. I'm not saying that they don't have the capability, but looking at how they struggled until they built a proper weapon, they took some time.
And after they had success in Red Bull, they said they are quitting Formula 1.
Yeah.
And now they're not then quitting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like,
it's a Japanese thing.
When somebody
and Suzuki, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
When somebody says, "I'm no longer interested," and then all of a sudden they're interested, I usually question. Like, I don't have that much faith in them as before. Somebody who was committed and then said he's not committed, now they're being committed again. You're like, but let's see what they're going to pull off. Maybe the name Honda, maybe there was some pressure. We need Honda there in Formula 1.
Well, we've always said the reason why Honda have been sticking around is because of a Japanese driver. We had Yuki.
Yeah.
But now that Yuki is no longer driving full time on the grid, they have no incentive apart from the technical bit of it, which where they can develop and innovate and transfer those things into their road going cars. But apart from that association or relationship that I can draw a line, I don't think there's any other reason why Honda should be sticking here. And maybe the reason why they still have like only one customer on the grid, which is Aston Martin. Maybe it could be also other people have question marks around the Honda power unit. So yes, Adrian and his team, they might do some magic and craft something properly.
Yeah, is familiar with Honda.
Yeah, but now Honda are the big unknown, if I can put it that way, for Aston Martin. Because even when they had the running on Thursday, remember they were running at I think a speed limit of 250.
Yeah,
they didn't give the details as to why they had that limit of 250 kilometers per hour. Of course, that is power unit related.
But the last day, okay, they were not like that fast, but at least they put in a lot of kilometers.
Yeah. They did more laps, but they were still going at a significantly less speed. And there's sorry, I don't know if you had this, but there were rumors that apparently there was a team that was driving around with fuel that is not 100% sustainable.
I thought they were allowed to do it for the testing.
Yeah, but they were not using the fuel that's supposed to be used in these new regulations. And you see, the thing is, when someone says a team, think about how many power unit suppliers who only have one customer.
Yeah, I see. And there's also Audi.
Yeah. It could be Audi, it could be Aston Martin. Hey, we don't know. Yeah, so for me, I think Aston Martin came out worst in the testing.
Yeah. Compared to Audi. But Audi had, at least they were there day one.
Yeah, but hey, first of all, you're turning up late. You only have 2 days.
Yeah.
On your first day, you have an issue. And at the end of even those 2 days, you only do 66 laps.
Yeah, there's no excuse. Like considering Cadillac is completely new team.
Yeah.
And they will be able to be there on time.
Yeah.
And do the laps.
Yeah.
No team should have an excuse if Cadillac is there.
So, hence my reason why I think Aston Martin came out worst. So the engine had the least number of miles. Yeah. They had an issue on day one. And they were running at limited speeds, if you can put it that way. But who knows? Maybe they can turn things around. But for me, that's a team that I need to keep an eye on. On my list of things or teams that I need to keep an eye on, of course.
It's the dark horse.
I want that's your dark horse.
Yeah.
Mimi niko na dark horse ingine sisemi sahi.
Hey.
It's a card nimeweka hapa nasema tu kadi.
Which team?
I'm not saying anything.
It can't be Cadillac.
Anyway, yeah. So also apparently Aston Martin they were running a new gearbox.
Who? Aston Martin.
Yes, for the first time. I don't know. Someone can confirm that, but I
haven't had that one.
Yeah. Now, you asked about my dark horse. That it's the next team on the list.
Ooh.
It's a pink horse.
Alpine.
Yeah, baby.
Like okay, dalili gani uliona? Unajua dalili ya mvua ni mawingu.
Yes.
You must have seen some signs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, unless FIA cripple
the
Mercedes power units, then Alpine stop being my dark horse. But I think Alpine, the shit that they've been going through in the ground effect era, that has been preparing them for this new set of regulations.
You can say that about many teams, but continue.
Hold up.
Yeah, continue.
So remember they pulled up with an engine that was, I think it was 30 horsepower or something down.
Yeah.
So they had a PU that was underpowered.
Yeah.
At some point, they had an overweight car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, they've been able to work with those constraints up to a position where we could see them fight it out. Sometimes trying to score a point or two, or fighting for. I know we used to see them a lot P18, P19, but there were some instances where we could actually see that Alpine had pace.
And they has replaced them there.
Yes. And that was not because they fixed their power unit or other teams were crippled. It's because Alpine had to look, they really had to look for another way or other ways to like gain performance. Which I think on the aero side, Alpine had some really interesting bits in the ground effect, especially the last 2 years. Just some small bits. And I think whatever they learned, or whatever process they went through, where they had to look for performance everywhere outside the PU, on the mechanical and the aerodynamic side, I think that might be an advantage for them with the Mercedes power unit before it gets crippled. That's why they're my dark horse.
Like where are you placing them relative to
best of the rest?
Like what McLaren did last year, and
not jumping from coming into the pits at Bahrain almost 50 times to winning at constructors. But I'm saying at the bottom of constructors to being like P5.
Okay, when I mentioned McLaren, there was a time McLaren when they were with the Honda unit, they were and then they took Mercedes, but somehow developed slowly to the point where they are winning the championship. Is it like that what you're trying to say?
Yes. I think Alpine might have that trajectory.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, like this year, we might call it their breakout year, where they might be in the. You see, like McLaren, there was a time. we said now McLaren seem to be fighting. They had that breakout year where we say they have that potential. So you see, like this, like a breakout year where they might not win it, yes, but you say they have that potential.
Yes, they do.
Interesting.
And I think this is going to be their first year where they have a stable team. After Flavio, the controversial Flavio.
Is Flavio going? You see, I thought Flavio is there.
No, let me land.
Yeah.
After Flavio put his foot down on the team and said, you have to go. These are the changes we're making. We're dropping our power unit and we're adopting Mercedes. So now, Alpine don't have to worry about their TP woes. TPs are not going to be fired like at Spa. Mvua ikinyesha unaambiwa wenda home. Yeah. So I think the atmosphere there is more stable. And also if you look at the drivers, remember we had Ocon and Gasly. They had their own inter-team battle. Apart from Brazil where they were both happy. They were double podium. But Alpine as a team, as an outfit by itself, they have less reasons not to perform better.
Yeah, I agree with you. The stability, Flavio. Now, people will say a lot of things about Flavio, but Flavio, in terms of winning, I think he has an idea. Yeah. He did win with Alonso.
Yeah.
And I believe that anybody who has won can find a way of winning again. But I'll put a pin on it.
Really?
I've heard you,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to comment on it.
Put that pin on Colapinto. Because I have faith in Gasly as a driver.
Wait, did they get... No.
Who?
Colapinto replaced who?
Duhan. Jack Duhan.
And Duhan?
Duhan is now a reserve driver at Haas.
Oh, at Haas. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So I still have my questions around Colapinto. Yes, he was a rookie, but he has no reason not to perform better this year. With again, my entire hypothesis is based on Mercedes power unit not being crippled by FIA. And again, I really hope they get crippled.
I don't get you.
I know I'm all over the place, yeah. But
you are the one who shoots himself on the foot and why have you done this to me?
Yeah. But anyway, I'm trying to connect all these dots to see why Alpine should not
perform
the dark horse, or should not be the unexpected performer this year. And I'm not seeing any reason why they should not be. Yeah.
I said I'll just put a pin on it.
Okay.
But when it comes to Colapinto, I think Flavio hasn't found somebody worthy replacing. I think for him, he sees if you replace Colapinto maybe with another Colapinto caliber, maybe if somebody of a bit higher caliber, maybe that. But now I think Colapinto is safe just because there's no one else available.
Yeah.
Now
that those choices are going to change, or the opportunities are going to change if Alpine makes that jump.
Yeah,
forward.
Maybe Charles will see.
Who knows? Even Gasly, by then his seat might be on the line.
Yeah. If by then Charles might look at it and say, now.
Good to team where we all speak French. Ferrari won't accept that. Ferrari, you're losing El Predestinato, whatever they call him. Yeah. So that's my dark horse. I know you'll ask me questions. Maybe mid-season, what's happening with the dark horse? But hey.
Yeah. I'm keeping an. But I see where you're coming from. There was a time Alpine outdid themselves. They were in position where they were not supposed to be. Yeah. And they put themselves in those positions. So maybe who knows if.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I think the rest is. I think we can do honorable mentions. We can start with McLaren. Of course, last year's constructors champion.
Yeah.
And also they have L1, Lando Norris, as the current world champion. By the way, I accepted. These days,
you accepted?
I sleep better at night after accepting that Lando Norris is a one-time world champion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thoughts on McLaren at testing?
Okay, I don't know.
And maybe that is a testament to, it's evidence. Remember, McLaren said they have stopped developing the 25 car. 25 car, I think it was mid-season or something.
Yeah.
So maybe this spec of car that they turned up with for testing was already further developed than the car. Further developed than what other people brought to testing at Barcelona. At Australia, they might turn up with a car that is, again, more developed than everyone else. And who knows? They might come out swinging again. Aston Martin are the guys who... McLaren.
If that...
They're the guys who have...
If now, you see, Lando winning the championship, now you're saying you have accepted it. Now, if that happens next year, this year for McLaren now, they come out in Melbourne swinging, now I'll be depressed. Because I'm still not yet recovered. But I'm telling myself, no, there's no way Mercedes is going to let this guy win.
Just pray if I do that. Triple the power unit. Anyway,
I'm gonna have a tough year.
Yeah.
McLaren winning last year, yes, for them it's regular. So I'm telling myself regulations are ending. You're going to see some shifts. But you're telling me these shifts are not really shifts, they remain the same. I'm going to have a bad year.
They might come out swinging.
I don't know how I'm going to survive this year. If I'm seeing P1 and P2, Lando and Piastri there.
Because remember, McLaren's biggest advantage last year was how they were able to get the car quicker through the corners, through all different profiles of corners than everyone else.
Even when it's hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that has less to do with power units, but it has more to do with mechanical and aerodynamics. Yes, the regulations you see they have changed the aerodynamics and the power unit side, but I still think there are bits on the mechanical side that they can transfer to 2026. Now we can see, I think we've had the people who do like the technical analysis and they share those things on social media. They're saying that now teams have adopted a suspension that has more anti-dive to make the car more stable under braking. And that's something that the McLaren had from 24 and 25. So now, yes, teams have adopted that, but McLaren already have 2 years running that kind of system. So they might still have that advantage. Coming into 26.
But we were fast at when the year was ending.
Yeah, but remember McLaren stopped developing their car when?
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I have. Hey, I don't want you to be depressed. No. Hey.
I cannot survive
another McLaren
domination.
Yeah. So they had one scare on track during testing. They had a fuel leak. And I don't think they had like any other like off track.
Yeah, I don't think they had.
Yeah. So they're the guys who will be coming in as the reigning world champions. So they have a lot to prove in this new championship. First of all, I think still Oscar is going to like have a go at it, because I don't think even McLaren have come out saying now Lando is our number one driver and Oscar. No, they're still not playing those. They're still not saying that. So
with their mouths.
With
their mouths, but with their actions.
We still say the papaya rules still exist, yeah? So, and remember race 1, Oscar's home race? And last year he had an opportunity. He went spinning all over the place. So who knows? This year it might be Oscar doing that thing.
Let's wait. But I wish... Okay, maybe the only thing I can wish for McLaren is just for PS3 to have a good race in Melbourne. Iyo peke yake.
Hey, dude. Hey. Cool.
Have fun in Melbourne only.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So the McLaren turned up with the MCL 40. I think that minimalistic livery, the black livery with a few, I think that was really good.
It was really cool, yeah.
I'm still not happy with the McLaren MasterCard. I don't know in their official team name. I don't know. It just sounds a little bit weird. But hey, another team that we'll be keeping an eye on. Cool. So talking about the team that has two new sponsors, Williams, the team that didn't show up at Barcelona.
They were doing something else.
Yeah, the team that said, hey, if we wanted to, we would have shown up.
Yeah, but it was not worth it.
Yes, but it was crap. Yeah. So Williams have 2 new partners. So there's Barclays and there's Anthropic. The Anthropic is they're a thinking partner, and I'm very wary about AI.
Anthropic.
Yes.
What do they do?
Anthropic. They are one of the key players in AI. So they have models for people who want to later like create apps. They have models for people who want to they have models or they have these products that you can give instructions, then you just go about your day. For example, you talk to something or you send something a message and you say, send an email to this person, prepare a report for me. Then at 5 p.m., I'd like you to schedule something in my calendar.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So they're the guys who are leading. They're one of the people who are leading in the AI industry. So that's why they're coming in as a thinking partner.
No, I see.
Now, I'm very interested in seeing how Williams are going to incorporate Anthropic with their models.
It's more like Oracle in Red Bull, Ama?
Yeah, but you see, doing simulations and using AI, those are 2 different things. Because simulations are like, give me all the probabilities of these things, or whatever, then give me outcomes. Or run these different race simulations, then give me an outcome. Or the probability of an outcome that I would love. Comparing that to AI, it's more of, it has access to more info. And how you query that info, it has a way of condensing that information and and giving that back to you in a condensed way, if I can put it that way. They don't really think. Yeah.
So we wait for how they will be calling strategies.
Yes. I don't know if they'll be Claude. They will tell us how science.
And he has spitted. What
do we do? According to the race in 2023, Logan Sargent. Anyway, yeah. So, yes, they didn't turn up at Barcelona, but I think Williams have something less worried on something. Sorry, in their things to worry about, they have something that shouldn't be there and isn't there. That's the power unit. See, they have a Mercedes power unit, and they had everyone else running the Mercedes power unit without issues. So they are seated in their factory, trying to solve other issues, saying, you know what, our power unit is okay. We've seen other people driving around, and I think that's okay. But they have they had an opportunity to do a shakedown at Silverstone.
How many? How did they do? Like many kilometers?
Yeah, they said 200 kilometers.
200 kilometers,
and they didn't have any issue.
But there was no filming, as usual.
I think the shakedown test was their filming allowance.
But it was like typical raining.
British weather.
Yeah. So they didn't like.
Yeah.
They didn't push that much.
Yeah. For me, my general feeling about Williams. Then I'll ask you about your general feeling about Williams. I think they have a lot to worry.
More than last year.
Yes, I think missing that Barcelona opportunity. They missed an opportunity. They missed 3 days. Sorry, they missed that entire week to go on track, collect some data, come back, go through the data, change a few things, go back on track.
Yeah.
They missed that opportunity.
Yeah.
And almost everyone else had that opportunity. So that is something that they have to pay.
At least Binotto has that list. So.
Yeah, at least Binotto has something. So So come Bahrain, who knows what list Williams are going to have. Yes, you can say, yes, the power unit is, they're less worried about that. But it also depends on how they package that power unit into their car. So...
And in case you find something to change, you might not be able to change it come Melbourne.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll need to change it after Asia.
Yeah.
After Asia.
Yeah. So that's the general feeling that I have about Williams. How about you?
I still think they are going to close the gap with Ferrari. Assuming like they were P5 and Ferrari P4. Still think they are going to close that. Irrespective of the problem they're having.
Yeah.
I think they might have those problems at the beginning, but I think by the time we are going to the Arab, so we are starting with Asia, Australia, Asia,
down under,
and then we go to the Arab.
Yep.
By the time we are going to the Arab world, I think they will have tried to neutralize all what they had missed in the testing or So I think they will close the gap. I hope they will close the gap.
Hope is not a strategy because
they say James said he hasn't worked this much hard to building a car. So I just hope that he knows one or two things about building the car from Mercedes, and they're going to come up with something better than last year.
But James's tenure at Mercedes, he wasn't on the engineering side. He was on the strategy side.
He was on the strategy side?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah. I stand to be correct, but I think...
True. He was talking to Bottas. He's the one who talking to Bottas.
Yes, Bottas is James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same James.
Yes, the same James.
Okay. Yeah, true.
Cool. So for me, Williams, I think they're going to have a tough...
So you think Williams will only be ahead of Audi and Cadillac? Yes. So or they'll be fighting with Haas?
Haas will be ahead.
Haas will be ahead.
Yes. And if that Mercedes power unit gets crippled, I'm sorry I'm bringing this back.
They will be fighting with Cadillac. You're going to make Sainz regret.
James will be radioing in to Cadillac. Bottas, it's James. Anyway.
Not today.
Yeah. So the two teams that we're left with, I think that we haven't talked about is Haas and Audi. Audi underwhelming.
P22, P21. We're not used to saying no. You're used to saying P19, P20.
Yeah, now it's P21, P22.
P21, P22.
It doesn't even roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. So for me, I think they were the most underwhelming at the testing. And I'm going to throw you on this under the bus. Remember last year you were saying, but those guys, they've said even the 2026 car, they're done developing it.
Yeah. It didn't mean they're going to perform.
No, but why would someone say that? That's just being so arrogant.
No, it's because
it's like the Sarajevo boys people.
It's they want to focus on 2027. So they know 2026 they'll just be there.
So they're willing to throw out. No, okay, not to throw away.
But the only thing,
use 2026 as a learning season.
That is why they were able to tell Nani Hülkenberg for every
point.
He has a bonus clause, performance bonus clause, which has been promised. Like if from what I hear, they were saying there in Reddit, if Bottas is able to, I mean not Bottas, Hülkenberg to get into podiums for all the races, he's going to bankrupt Audi.
Hey. FIA need to do that.
Because that would be a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I think they don't expect to do much, but the only motivation they can give to Hülkenberg is just that. For points, there's a performance in any. Basically, they're saying any improvements we are going to have for the season is the driver, not us.
No, yeah.
It's the driver.
Do you have faith in Binotto?
Not really.
Because Audi is known to dominate motorsports.
Not in Audi, yes, but not in Binotto.
Oh.
Was your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Binotto is a representation of Audi in Formula 1, yeah?
I think Audi was just looking for somebody who has been there. It's like collecting data. It's like the whole season is testing.
Okay.
The whole season is testing, and the testing is even goes to personnel.
Now, do you have the sentiments because of what happened to Binotto when he was at Ferrari? Because I honestly, again, I say this with my chest. I think Binotto was sabotaged or he was kicked out from Ferrari.
So personally, when I look at Binotto, Binotto, it doesn't look like the kind of guy who is going to fight for something.
What do you mean?
I don't see it. Like Binotto is a person who is going to be told, tomorrow we don't need you. I say, okay, and he leaves. He's not even going to answer. I don't see, like you see somebody like Zach Brown.
Yeah.
Zach Brown is going to fight for something.
Yeah.
Even Christian Horner, even Toto. We see him fighting, but
Binotto wouldn't say.
I don't see like even in this engine thing. When they're there, I don't think he's going to even to talk.
No, he okay. He will. But remember, we've had that Audi and Honda. The other guys who are really pushing FIA to investigate or do something about it. And then now we had Honda joined the chat. And then now...
So you want to say it started with... I thought it was with Ferrari.
I was hearing Audi making those complaints even.
The Audi is the one who started?
Much earlier. Because remember again, Audi, they are a German manufacturer, Mercedes is a German manufacturer. So if they see Mercedes going down, I think they'll be smiling all the way to the back.
They want to be the top
German, yeah.
I want to erase the word Mercedes out of people's tongues.
That is a stretch, but hey, who? Come on, they have more to gain from Mercedes going down as a German manufacturer.
Yeah, from that perspective. But in terms of Binotto, I don't know. I just don't see that guy as an innie. But for me, how I see Audi and Binotto, as I said, is just testing, seeing. Even these issues arising, because I know Audi has been there for a while. Yeah. So they can afford to gather data, see how this guy is running, how things are going, and then they'll make a decision. So it's for everybody who is there, the engineers, the driver, is like they are doing a test to see who will proceed with the team come 2027 and onwards.
Yeah, I see how that makes sense. Because just like you mentioned, Audi are not right now, they are not trying to win races or championships. They want to build their way to get there.
Yeah.
And like I said, Audi have dominated other disciplines of motorsports. So if they need to first of all figure things out, because they already have the formula from other places.
Yeah.
First of all, figure things out, learn the ropes, then put things in places. I think they'll be pretty much on their way there. And who knows? Maybe finally we might see the Carlos duo, junior and senior, driving, I don't know, for Audi. not both of them in Formula One, but the dad in Dakar and other things, and junior in Formula One.
Formula One.
I'd love to see that, yeah. But for me, again, Audi, most underwhelming, and I think they're also going to have a tough 2026.
And do you think in terms of the battery, because they have, I'm assuming Audi in terms of the electrical parts, in terms of the battery, they have experience in. So might they have an edge?
Yeah, definitely they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because all those learnings or all those things outside Formula One, as long as it's within motorsports, some of those things are transferable.
Yeah. That's the only thing I see the advantage that they have, but not in the engine. But we don't know 2027. But in terms of, if I look at Cadillac and Audi, in terms of after the year ends, who's going to like start it off well, I'll back on Audi more than Cadillac for the new teams.
Okay, cool. And lastly, Haas.
Haas now, it's a Toyota project. It's like a Toyota project. For me, after Komatsu came and now I saw Gazoo racing there, it's, for me, I see it as a way of Toyota trying to enter the sport. Because the last time they entered, they came with a lot of confidence. And they did, and they came with a lot of confidence because of the double diffuser thing with it was not only Braun, Toyota had it. And there was this, I don't know if it has ever happened before. A team comes, the loophole in the regulation they have, but they did not perform. They were not getting even poles. Okay, maybe they got a pole like one. They were not fighting that well. And then it was a disaster. And then they closed shop. So a second go at Formula One, they want to, okay, let's start with introducing our tentacles there. We see, and then now we can fully enter. But looking at the car, the livery and everything, like if you were to put Haas here and put the WEC Nini here.
There's some similarity.
That's the same way for Indy. I don't think McLaren had Nini. But if you look at IndyCar, you can tell. So
they call the Wanajita what? Arrow something.
Yeah. So I see them as trying to enter and having an influence. But in terms of development, I would put them a year ahead compared to Audi and Cadillac. It's just like a year ahead.
Okay, so quick question. So when you say that you see Toyota entering Formula One, so they're already inside Formula One?
Yes, so their tentacles are there.
So do you see their main objective being like converting Haas into a full Toyota works team where they build everything from scratch? Chassis, power units, everything. Toyota.
That's a good question. Like power unit?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they are going to go that route. But the way I see it is from especially from the marketing perspective. Us as viewers, as people who watch it, when you're looking at Haas, we are seeing Toyota. And I think that objective they have achieved. But in terms of building, it's they if they decide, if you hear Toyota are building a power unit, just know they are winning the championship. If you hear they are building. Because I know if they decide to build, it's because they have seen a gap and they know how to solve that gap. But if they see, if we build and there's nothing more we are adding, there's nothing, then there's no need. But the day you hear Toyota are building an engine for an F1 car, you are evil.
Yeah. So first episode of the year, again as the Pitboard, we'll do our best to try and shoot. Every year, you'll be finding us at K1 doing watch-alongs.
Yeah,
we'll be sharing that through our socials, and that has been it. It's been a pleasure.
Sim
racing.
Yeah,
I will do my best.
You'll do your best.
We are going to cut out this part. I cannot vouch for that. But yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay, Sabas.
Cool.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey.